guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's lovely to have you here with me again. My name is Damilola Daramola. I am a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a nurse in the United Kingdom. To my returning subscribers, I say thank you for always doing this with me. And to my new subscribers, I say welcome to my YouTube channel. In this space, we talk about everything and everything. We give all the awesome content. On today's episode, I will be telling you, I'll tell you this video is long overdue. I'll be talking to you about my last 1 year in the United Kingdom. So I've been in the United Kingdom, it's been over a year, a bit over a year, yeah. And I will be sharing with you the pros and the cons, like my highlights in the United Kingdom, like what I have enjoyed and what I have not so enjoyed in the United Kingdom. So first I will be talking about the housing. The housing, which is like a great deal in the United Kingdom. The pros is getting a place in the United Kingdom is a bit safe. What am I saying? I would start from the agency part. So you reach out to the agencies and then you've seen a place online and then you've indicated you're interested in going for a review, and then the agents would arrange viewing time and dates with you. Unlike back where I came from, my own place from Nigeria, you need to reach out, you need to speak to the agents first, and then you need to pay them a certain amount, and then they'll take you to view where they feel there is a place. But you would have seen in the United Kingdom, you would have seen a place, you probably like it, or you probably feel, oh, I need to see more about from like physically, and then you reach out to the agents, and then they would arrange a viewing time with you, and then you go for your viewing at no cost. And once you're happy with these, then they can start up the whole processing and street security and all of those things, checking out your this and that, just to see that you're fit or they're happy for you to get the house, and the landlord is happy to give you the house. So that's one of the pros. It's quite hassle-free, it's stress-free. You're not going, the agents are not taking you everywhere and anywhere just to go and view places, even in unsafe places. So you probably have seen this place online and then you arrange a viewing and then you go and view. If you do not like it, then thank you. And if you like it, then you can continue the conversation. So I think that's one of the pros. Another pro is that you don't just get evicted from the house. So after you've gotten the place, you're living there, you need to sign an agreement with the landlord. Okay, I will be taking this house for the next 6 months. I will be taking this house for the next 1 year. So in the next 1 year that you're taking that you've signed that agreement, the landlord cannot just evict you out of the house. The landlord cannot just decide one day to say, we need this house, this is our father's house, we need to renovate, we need to do this, we need to do that. No, it's not possible. You get to stay in that house for the 1 year you've signed, except you decide to leave. And I think the agreement still covers the fact that you cannot just decide to leave. You know what I mean? So except there are pressing issues, but I think it's easier for you to decide to leave than for the landlord to evict you. So that's one thing, that's one good thing. So they don't just leave you stranded. But one of the pros I would say is, I know how difficult it is getting accommodation in the United Kingdom. People complain day in, day out. There's everyone and somebody somewhere is searching for a place. So I know, just maybe it could be because you need to upgrade, you need to get a better place, you need to, or there's something wrong where you're living and you feel like it's not safe for you and all of that. But I know every day someone is looking for a place, someone is looking for an apartment. So I know how difficult it can be to get the accommodation. Then the checks that happens, that's another con. The checks that happen when you need to get a place is wow. Like, this needs to be checked, this needs to be checked, someone has to reference you, this and that. You've not stayed so long in the United Kingdom. For people that are just coming to the United Kingdom will understand this. You've not spent 3 months, you've not spent 4 months, you've not spent this, you've not been in the UK for this long, you can't get this and all of that. It's quite tiring for a lot of people, you know what I mean? And then the nice part, one of the cons is that you get to pay a deposit. Well, which is good. It helps you to maintain sanity in the landlord's house, but at the same time, you are paying this same amount as your first rent. Like, this is just say, oh, you're paying 1 month rent ahead. That's just what deposit looks like. Some even charge you more than your monthly rent just for them to keep. And then when you're ready, when you're leaving the house, once they assess the house and they see the house is the same exact same condition they gave you the house, that's when they'll give you your deposit back. But is it possible? Is it usually the exact same way so some people go as far as paint the house, paint it back to the color, strip the house of maybe any decorations, do this, do that, fix so many things. In fact, end up spending more than they've deposited. It's one of those things I feel like, wow, you've lived 3 years, 4 years on this house. Obviously, the landlord should not, yes, you should not ruin the house, but at the same time, it can't be as perfect as when they built the house. So there's always room for wear and tear, right? So that's on the accommodation. Then, and guys, you see, one of the greatest con that I would think is one of the greatest is the pricing of the accommodation here in the United Kingdom. It costs an arm and a leg, if you allow me say that. You would, I don't know. I know it costs quite a lot. If you are the conversion person like me back from Nigeria, what I am currently paying as my rent here is what I would not pay for where I live, if I was living back in Nigeria. But I understand this, the currency they spend, this, and all of that. So people, those are one of the reasons why people change their apartments and are like, So for someone coming in newly, it would be difficult because you're trying to get a place to live, and then somebody brings you a house that you might frown upon to say, oh, why would I pay this much for this kind of place? But because you need a place, you take it. But as time goes by, you feel like, oh, I can get a better place for this same amount, and then you plan to move again, and then you move again, and then the movement. I would go on to talk about the transportation. So transportation here is, I'll tell you the pro and then I'll tell you the cons. So one of the great highlights of about the transportation in the United Kingdom is but I say it's easy, but it helps you manage your time. It helps you manage your day. What do I mean? There is timing for every of the transportations, maybe the bus or the train, there is timing. There is probably the train, maybe the bus comes every 30 minutes. So, if you miss it 10:30, it will come by 11. If you miss it 11, it will come by 11:30. So it helps you plan your day. If you, so that's one of the pros, like it helps you plan your day, except for me that I'm a late comer anyway. So I usually miss like rounds and rounds of the transport thing. So that's one of the pros. It helps you plan your day. You're able to plan to say I can leave the house by 10, and then I'll be back by 3 o'clock. Depending on the the difference in the location from where you are and where you're going to, you can tell, I'll leave the house by 10, get there by 10:30, leave there by 2:30, get home by 3. So it helps you plan your day. If you have your own personal car, it helps too. It's easier. Driving is cool. It's easy to get a car, but then I'll move to the cons. So I'll start from the car thing. So getting a car is good. It's easy. Yes, you need to think first. You need to start from getting an insurance for the car. What's the insurance saying? It's not smiling. The insurance is not your mate. You need to pay tax. You need to pay. I know we pay all of this back from Nigeria, where I come from. Yes, from my home country, we pay all of these things too. We pay road worthiness, or what you call it. We pay tax. We pay the insurance. We pay. But the way it is, when I do like this, like you should understand, like it is. That is, and it's a bit pricey. So that's it. Yes, we pay back from Nigeria, but it's a bit pricey. So that's one thing when people think about, wow, I need to afford the car, I need to pay tax, I need to pay insurance, I need to pay this in a month. You're already calculating a tangible amount of money. Then you're now calculating, what if I take public transport? How much should I spend if I do this, and how much should I spend if I, you know what I mean? So then some people would opt for the public transport. Another thing I was going to talk about is one of the pros, pardon me, is that the transportation fare is quite stable. What do I mean? From Nigeria, we are talking about a lot of things would affect the cost of your transportation in a day. You can wake up today and then the transport fare would have tripled in price. Yes, but in the United Kingdom is more stable, whereby if there's going to be any changes, you would have been notified in advance, or probably a new business here. That's when there will be, change in price. But you'd have even been notified that, hey, it's not going to be a thing you wake up to in the morning and then you are scared to go out. So there is stability in the pricing. You already know how much you spend in a month on your transportation. It's fixed. So it's a good thing. That's one beautiful pro, you know what I mean? Another thing is, well, maybe I should be keen on this, the traffic congestion. You, like I said, I should have mentioned it when I was talking about, it helps you plan your time. You know you would leave this place by this time and you will get to this place by this time. Because even the transportation, like the bus, maybe you have a bus app or something, the bus company app and all that, it tells you when this bus will leave and when it will get there, and that's when it will leave and that's when it will get there. You're not thinking about the hours you spend in the traffic, like traffic congestion and all of that. You're not thinking about all those hours compared to Nigeria and maybe some other places where there is a lot of traffic congestion and then you're spending half of your day or half of your time in the traffic. No, it helps you plan your day. It's that good. That's one thing I know about it. It's just the little codes here and there, which some people don't even bother about, but and then I'll move on to talk about the food and the groceries. So the availability and then the pricing makes it easy for you to have to enjoy varieties, to enjoy to enjoy different kinds of food. You know what I mean? I was speaking to someone the other day and she was telling me the price of grapes. Now the grapes, the ones that are usually in a box, the ones that we usually get probably in the traffic and all of those things. The grapes, and then she told me the price now at the moment. I'm like, no, like maybe to afford this, to afford just grapes now it would be luxury. Like you cannot just go around buy this and then just snack on it. You understand? So it's the availability in the United Kingdom and the pricing makes it easier for you to enjoy different kind of meals, different kinds of snacks, different kinds of groceries. You'd enjoy it. Even when you are saying, oh, do all the stores have African meal? Yes, people complain about the pricing in the African store, which is one of my cons, because you'd think about it to say, why am I spending this amount? I'll tell you for a fact, what I spend in an African store is double of what I would spend to buy like so much in the regular, like a grocery store, like just maybe buy my groceries, like milk, eggs and all of those things. And then but something that you need to we can't just, so some people have said they've built that immunity of, well, we're not going to eat anything from we're not going to eat our African meals, we'll just make do with the regular rice, and then would enjoy the culture as it is, and then would flow with it and continue to eat what they eat, right? And some people, it's not so easy just leaving what they are used to and then start afresh and start eating something new. So that's one of the cons I would say about feeding this, you getting your own regular meal, your African meal, your African dishes. It's not been so difficult for me, but I feel like it's one of those things that I feel like I think about, so say, well, I need to buy yam, or I need to buy this, I need to buy that, and so I would have a taste of home, I will have a feel of home. It's something you really need to think and plan about. But getting the regular, your eggs and your milk and all of those things, it comes easy. It allows you to enjoy varieties. You would find 1,001 kind of liquid milk if you enjoy it, if you've come to like it. If you're not the milk and 3 crown person, you're saying, oh, I can't take any of that milk apart from milk. So you would enjoy varieties. You would see different ones. You would know what I mean? So chicken, the fruits, the sweets, the chocolates, all of those things, you would enjoy them. But when we come to the African dishes, you need to have a rethink. I think that's when you need to sit with your pen and your paper to decide on what needs to go and what needs to stay. What lifestyle, what African lifestyle do you need to live or what needs to stay, what can you not do without, so it's quite easy. And then these days more, I've been people have been people have been doing it, but this is what I just ship in what I feel is very important. I just ship it in. I have a cargo company I use, and they've been very effective. They bring in everything I need. They bring in everything: meat, fish, dried, bring in everything I need. So I use the cargo company, and then they ship it in. So it's been very good. Next, I'm going to talk about um the weather in the United Kingdom. I would not lie. Like, if when people say there's no place like home, see that saying becomes very evident, very important when it gets very cold or when it gets snowy. Yeah? So I'm in Scotland, and it rains a lot. I'm not a fan. Like, I'm not so keen. Like, I do not I'm not going to say I do not enjoy it when it rains, but I do not like going out in raining, like in rainy periods. But it rains, like, there's no rainy period yet. It rains every day. You see, when the sun is shining, it's raining. Like, it's the ground has to be wet. So it's not one of my best moments. So the weather is, there's no particular trend. But I think what I've enjoyed more about weather is the summer period. So it's not hot. It's not like it's scalding hot. The temperature is not over the place. But at the same time, I get to enjoy some dry land. Like, everywhere it's not, so it's not dry, it's not dusty, it's not, what am I going to say? It's not dry, it's not dusty, it's not so bad. It's quite normal, and it's still cool, or like where I come from, where it's then the Hamilton season is dry, dusty, there's crack in your skin, everywhere is all of that. It's the summer weather is just, it's cool, right? One of the but the cold is the regular that everyone is aware of, where by it's snowy, it's very cold, the temperature drops all of a sudden, you asleep, and then you wake up to drop in temperature, whereby then you look out your window, and then your house is covered with snow and all of that. Yeah, the good part sometimes is they probably warn you to say, oh, the weather is going to be this, it's going to be bad, there's going to be a nice blast, there's going to be disruptions, there was one time they talk about the Darang, this thing that is going to happen, and everyone was like, oh, our work, it was quite funny, so they warn you ahead anyway, but still, you're not so, even they themselves do not really enjoy the weather. It's when it gets really cold, you can't, summer, you get to show off your clothes and all of it like that. I'm going to talk about buying things in the United Kingdom. So this one, I have so many highlights on this one. Like, I have so many pros because I enjoy using it. But some people find against it to say it's not good. It's not a good financial, but you can buy things in the United Kingdom, and then you can, especially if you buy online, then you can pay in bits. I like it because I get to buy what I want and what I like, and pay at my convenience. Even if you don't pay in bits, there are plans for you can pay in 3 months, you can spread it over 6 months, you can spread it over 1 year, and all of that. It's good. It helps. You see, one of the things is it helps your credit score. It helps you build a credit score, because if you're not defaulting in the payment, then they know they can give you things on credit. You can buy things on credit. You can get a house on credit. You are good. You have good credit score. You are a good person. You are good with debt. So it's something that you don't have a choice. You just need to do it. So many people get their phones on, finance. We call it finance. You get your phones on finance. You get luxury cars on finance. You do mortgage. You do all of those things. You do it on finance, and then you're able to spread it to pay over a period of time, which is good. Even buying things in some stores, you can pay in bits. You can pay over 3 months, you can pay over 6 months. One of the popular ones is Klarna, Afterpay, and this and that, and all of those things. So you can use all of those to pay over a period of time. If you buy things in store, maybe you buy things online, and all of those things. So it helps you build your credit score. Like, there's flexibility with your payments. So you're not choked up with paying so much, but there's flexibility. But what's the cons is that it helps you, it does not help you, it doesn't help with your savings, it doesn't help. I was going to say it does not help your life because you can pay, there's flexibility with payment, so you tend to buy a whole lot of things because you don't have to pay at once. You can pay over a period of 6 months, so you're paying debts over a period of 6 months, over a period of 1 year, and then you're buying so much, and then because you don't get to pay it, so it puts you in this debt situation all the time. It's good for your credit score anyway, as far as you do not default. So the problem is, do not default, but you are constantly in debt. But you don't want to default, and you're constantly in debt, so it puts you under a lot of pressure. But it's good. It's good. So if you're good with your finance, if you buy this, you're able to pay back, it's good. It's good. You're not under any form of pressure. So that's one thing I enjoy, because I do not have to go to the store and pay at once. Credit is the enjoyment of credit card. That's another thing. You get credit cards. The money is there for you to spend, but you have to pay it back. And if you default, your credit score is ruined. So I'm going to talk about the last one. This video should be quite long. There's so many things to talk about. There's so much to talk about, but I'm going to make it as short as possible. So I'm going to talk about this last one, the healthcare. The healthcare. I do not have so many pros of this. I don't know, but I know because you see this idea of, you get the best healthcare. Yes, when you become seriously ill, you get good care. When you have become seriously ill, you get good care. But how about the part of when you are sick and then you can't just walk into the hospital and then you see a doctor and then you get cared for, you get your medications, you do your tests, and then you go home? How about that part? How about the fact that you or like where I come from, Nigeria, where you can just go into the clinic or you go to the hospitals, you take your kids there, you see the doctors, you do your examinations, or you decide to say, I need to go for a checkup, I need to know what's going on with me, I need to do every random checkups, 6 months, every 6 months I need to check myself, every 3 months I need to know what's going on. I feel sick in my body, I need to go and see the doctor immediately, I need to sort it out. How about that part? How about the fact that you can't just do that and then you need to phone the GP to book an appointment? You need to phone a certain time. If you don't phone a certain time, you won't get an appointment. If you don't go into the GP clinic at certain times, you won't get an appointment. And then GP sees you, there's a limited time and all of that. You need to quickly say what you need to say, and it's one complete per time. You can't talk about it. You can't say I have a headache and stomachache at the same time. You need to take one at a time, and then tell you, you need to go back home to take your paracetamol and all of that. And then you need to do, you do your blood test. You see this, I'm going to talk extensively about it in my next video. So it's just to say, I'm not going to touch this part too much because I want to speak extensively about it. I have a more personal experience which I just want to talk about. So in my next video, I will be talking to you about the healthcare system in the United Kingdom. I will be digging deep extensively into it, just so we can both have an understanding of what exactly is going on, just so you know what I'm talking about, because it's something that I do not personally, I'm not so eager about. It's not one of my favorite things, so I'm going to talk about that in my next video. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for doing this with me. If you have any complaints, if you have anything to add, if you're willing to add things you've enjoyed and things you've not enjoyed in the United Kingdom, do well to put that in the comment section, and then I will interact in the comment section. Thank you for doing this with me. Thank you. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share this video. Please, once you watch, kindly subscribe to this video. I really appreciate everyone that keeps engaging in this video. I appreciate you, and see you in the next one. I love you. Bye. Bye.